Hello everyone, this is Gautam Thelu. Today I'm giving presentation on electronic records management system. First thing, what is problem statement? In the United States, around 98,000 demiscs are linked with medication inaccuracy in the healthcare sector every year. 50% of these medication errors is an outcome of unsuccessful communication and incomplete data flow. Healthcare records nowadays that is primarily kept on paper is discontinued and scattered. Rural hospital administrators lacked efficient tactics to succeed in the execution of EHRs for primary care services. And the purpose and the scope is the main objective of this project is to implement an electronic healthcare record management system, which is called as EHRMS, in rural hospitals for primary patient care services for enhancing health results and cutting down costs. To design an automated system developed to handle both digital as well as paper-based medical records. Features of proposed system: facilitates every user with an appropriate password and username to access for storing, retrieving, and handling all clinical and patient personal records. Example like patient diagnosis, medicine, etc. Open and read files for the patients. Examples like doctor users. Create new clinical records of patient users to keep data into an integrated locations like centralized system database with time specialist, doctor name, etc. To automatically arrange and keep appointment schedules of the patients for their clinical appointments. Example like keeping data annually or monthly. Make new appointments with clinicians like 24/7 just by logging into the system. Features of proposed system: administers clinical settings by enumerating the patient's data, list of days, etc. Allow medical staff as users to make requests for checking or viewing appointment for all patients and store the same into database of the system. To keep data like visit or appointment reports and number of visits to the hospital. To maintain patient information like medication lists, diagnosis, and contacts of all doctors and patients within hospital. Assumptions and dependencies. Suitable or satisfactory web browsers shall be installed within the information system on the computer. There shall be only one single person or user who can be performed as a system administrator. All users have an exceptional identity or user identification and a particular PIN for access to system. Reliable change to the document should occur frequently for any modifications done by clinical managers or associates within the healthcare services. Functional requirement. Requirement number one, the system users should successfully access or log into EHR system for information access. Requirement two, the system users, including patient or doctor, should be able to access patient information, patient file for information. The system, requirement three, the system should create clinics by creating new record of specialists, doctor names, time of appointment, etc. Requirement 4, the users should be able to make new appointment of the patients for doctors visited by means of EHR system. Requirement 5, the user can schedule appointments of patients to clinic by year and day. Requirement 6, the user can manage clinic/hospital settings, for example, list of days, list of hours of work at clinic. Requirement 7, doctors can make request an appointment for the patients or manage appointments. Requirement 8, doctors can maintain all patient visit reports to the doctors in the clinic. Requirement 9, users like patients or admins can view medication list and prescribed medication by doctors. Requirement 10. The system users can keep contacts of the patients and doctor or other staff members as system users. Non-functional requirements. Firstly, performance. The EHR system shall perform data access, store and retrieval concurrently with real-time after suitable authentication. The system shall be working for 24 by 7 a day and available all times. The system database shall be available most of the time all through working hours and have regular data backup capability for emergency situations. And about availability, the electronic record specifically used by operators such as providers or patients through EHR, especially admin users, shall be available all time as various people may want to book appointment in advance. Usability, the data access process and data shall fulfill the requirements of maximum number of people at a time. Every single record kept in the database of healthcare record system shall be kept and back up to support system testing. And security, the system shall facilitate security procedures that should not permit prohibited usage or access to an unapproved user. So we need this requirement or minimum requirements to support our operated system. So we need operating system like Windows XP, Windows 7 or any of the new versions. And we need processor. It should be like Intel dual core or i3 or any new versions. We need hard disks, at least like 80 to 90 GB, and RAM at least 2 GB, and we can use more than that as well. And front-end development platform, we are using Java, programming Java, and back-end support or database support system, we are taking MySQL database supporting system. And application development environment, what we are using is Java JDK 1.7. This is the proposed system operating environment. And this is architectural diagram. Here you can see users, devices, and you can see multiple tiers like presentation tier, application tier, middle tier, and data tier. I will explain that in next slide. So the presentation layer means like they have presentation constituents that receive or provide data to clients. And in application layer, we have an application server where the client's data feedbacks will be gathered and processed, and middle layer which involves web services, and data layer where we abstract the communication point of SOA bus using legacy systems, which means that all the data, whatever patients or users entered, will be stored in data layer, and we can retrieve that data whenever we want to, whenever the user or patient, like patient or doctor, want to access the data. And this is UML use case model. So here you can see the patient can logging into system. He can view medication list and he can make an appointment. He or she can make an appointment, whereas the staff members like doctor and medical staff, they can manage settings, they can create a clinics, they can open or access a patient file, they can log into the system, and they can view medication list, they can manage or maintain visit reports, they can schedule an appointment or management appointments. So this is the logical design of the proposed system with a class diagram. Here you can see various tables. One is the patient registrar table, patient login table, hospital table, doctor login table, view appointment table, make appointment table, report table, medicines table, diagnosis table, general lab test report table, lab logging table, and lab test reports lab test table. So, conclusion and ethical implications of the project. The technology in healthcare, by executing the EHRMS, which is Electronic Health Records Management System, for the sharing and collection of the patient information, have revolutionized the healthcare domain and offer several advantages. But it increased several ethical and communal issues that concern patient autonomy and privacy. The EHRMS project, for instance, concurrently complicates and facilitates the distribution of the healthcare. The key ethical implication EHR, like confidentiality and privacy, security, data integrity and security. So this is all about my project. Thank you everyone.